GBC at 88, the authentic and trusted voice of Ghana.
Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to News Hour live on GBC News, your news and governance channel. We are also live on GTV and streaming live on Facebook at Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. My name is Micheline Taka. You're most welcome. The spokesperson for Mr. Alan Kyerematen, Mr. Courage Nobi, has justified the former trade minister's decision to contest the 2024 presidential election as an independent candidate. He says the former NPP flag-bearer aspirant and now leader of the Movement for Change has transformational ideas to implement using the NPP as the vehicle, but circumstances within the party are a hindrance. He is therefore appealing directly to Ghanaians as an independent candidate.
Individual in any party is at liberty to prioritize the state against the party. And I believe that is a decision that the Honorable Alan Kyerematen has taken. It's a patriotic decision. It's a decision for Ghana and not for party. He's contributed his quota to the party from 92 as a founding member, what he did as a leader of the YEF, which was the financial backbone. They carried the late Dubois, carried President Kufuor and brought us to power. He played his role in government as well. I mean, the track record is there. One district, one factory, the BRCs across the board, the anchor industries, everything that he's done is there for all to see. So if there's any betrayal, I do not think that the NPP has any grounds or any right to say that the Honorable Alan Kyerematen has rather betrayed. They have betrayed him.
How have they done that, or how did they do that?
They're not respecting the constitution that formed the party. Since I made my stance clear for Honorable Alan Kyerematen, I've not been deployed by the comms department, comms directorate for any assignment. Previously, it was not so. Subsequently, when I challenged propaganda that was being done against Honorable Kyerematen, I was taken off. So if this is not intimidation and victimization of supporters of Honorable Kyerematen, then what is? What we are all entitled to when you join anybody is to have fairness. The bedrock of the NPP is the freedom of thought, choice and action, and that is what has been absent. That is the betrayal that we talk about. If President Kufuor, former President Kufuor, decided as leader of the party to conduct himself in a certain way such that the rules that apply, that must apply equally to everybody, were not allowed to apply, we probably will not be here. And that is where the betrayal is. Any attempt to subvert the rules is a betrayal of the institution and the stakeholders involved in that particular adventure. And I think to that extent, it's Honorable Alan Kyerematen who has been betrayed by the party for the lack of keeping to the ground rules of the game. You come out with rules that govern the election, and then they are flouted, and you don't see the need to take any action on those, but rather the victims are victimized further by the structures of the party. I don't think that is proper. Now, I'll go ahead further and say that for us in the Movement for Change, at the end of the day, we are excited that we have a bold new direction. The Honorable Alan Kyerematen has tabled the great transformational plan. We're excited about it. We think this is the way to go. This is what will bring the transformation that we need as a society. And so we are mobilized around him as young people. We want to support him all the way through to ensure that his agenda of becoming president of this country to bring transformation is successful. That is what we are about.
A current development that has everyone talking is the Alan Kyerematen breakaway from the Elephant family. Today on Focus Still, one of the current affairs program of the NDC's rep on the show said the NPP has betrayed Alan and should therefore not be surprised at the turn of events. But the Deputy Communications Director of the NPP, Dr. Kokonure Siedu, dismissed those assertions and expressed doubt about Mr. Kyerematen's loyalty to the party. He, however, said Mr. Alan Kyerematen is welcome back to the NPP if he desires to come back.
My friend, Chief Alan, has not been faithful and truthful to the NPP.
Faithful and truthful. Okay.
And I want to tell Courage today, with all the humility and the respect, that they should speak to the truth. Nobody has gone above the party constitution. What Alan has done is sheer betrayal. He has not demonstrated loyalty as a person, and it's very unfortunate. So the party that has given the opportunity to be Alan, even it's not the NPP, the accomplishment that he's talking about, they are capable, competent people in our party who can do that.
But he's part of the founding fathers.
But he's not the only founding father, my dear friend. There are people struggling from 1969 coming. They study Safwa Duenko, Professor Adubai. They use their resources, but they did not see power. Many of them died. If we are talking about strong founding fathers of our party, Professor Adubai, that everybody thought that he would lead us. Don Kufuor was able to beat him in a primaries. He did not resign. Safwa J.H. Mensah, Dr. Apraku, senior members of our party. In a political party, it is a collective effort that gives power to the political party. So Courage and their friends, the young men who are emerging, following Alan, loyalty counts in the political party organization. If they say that they have skipped the delegates, it's not true. The delegates have been established in the party constitution, the special delegates. And it's not the first time. 2014, Alan was there, then we had a special delegate. The people who are going to vote the special delegate is there. Regional chairman, regional executives, they contested in their various regions. Constituencies voted for them, and then they are there. Former national executives is established in the party constitution. So why is he talking about trying to ravage the National Council of the party? National Council, senior members of the party. Senior members of the party are members of the National Council. So no part of the party constitution will be breached. No part.
No part of the constitution.
Yes.
The drama is still unfolding anyway, and we are enjoying it. There's so much fun to enjoy. But I seriously think that the NPP party has betrayed Alan. That is what I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I seriously think.
He has not betrayed us, but we have betrayed.
Yeah, well, let me. We saw the trend. The trend was very clear.
That wasn't automatic, was it?
No, I'm not saying it's automatic, but I'm saying it's a trend. You see, trends are not necessarily automatic because they are not written down. That is how it's supposed to go. But if it changes, then people have cause to be worried. If you look at it carefully, it's always somebody who had been a member of the party for a very long time, who had contested primaries, that will be chosen. You see, and that is why when Aliu Mahama was a vice president to Mr. Kufuor, yeah, and he contested in the primary, he didn't get it. It was still Nana Akufo-Addo, because they all saw that Nana Akufo-Addo was the one that was coming. He was the one in line. And then I believe that this was the belief among the rank and file, even the leadership, party leadership, including even Nana Akufo-Addo, that was reported to have said that the next person after him would be Alan. You see, so if you look at all of this, and then you look at the super delegate conference recently, you would see that the establishment, see, if for anything, Alan would expect that because he has been a member of the party, he has played all this role for all this while, the establishment will be behind him. So when these people turned away from him.
At the 74th anniversary of the founding of the People's Republic of China in Accra, China's ambassador to Ghana, Mr. Liu Kum, reiterated his country's commitment to continue to ensure stronger ties between Ghana and China. He says, while trade and investment are yielding results, language and cultural exchanges will further fortify the mutual relationship between the two countries.
Diplomatic and economic ties between Ghana and China have existed since Ghana's independence. This has developed over the years, especially in the areas of trade, investment and infrastructure. As China celebrates its 74th anniversary, China's ambassador to Ghana, Mr. Liu Kum, acknowledged long-standing relations between the two countries, saying China will continue to support Ghana.
Over the past 63 years, China and Ghana have always supported each other and worked in solidarity. safeguarding the shared interests of our two countries. We both cherish our sovereignty and independence, strive for process and prosperity, and support regional integration.
The Finance Minister, Mr. Ken Ofori-Atta, commended the Chinese government for demonstrating true friendship by responding positively to the request by the Ghanaian government to restructure its debt.
China has been and continues to be a dependable partner in Ghana's socio-economic development over the years. I therefore wish to express profound appreciation on behalf of the government of Ghana. We particularly appreciate the support received in various sectors of the economy, notably infrastructure, education, health, roads, defense, agriculture, communication, fisheries, amongst many others.
China hopes to work more and stay together to bring prosperity to the two countries.
The Driver and Vehicle Licensing Authority is on a transformative drive based on people, process, and with emphasis on technology towards effective and efficient, prompt, and satisfying services to clients. An International Innovations Conference, IDVIC, is therefore scheduled for October 10, 2023. The forum will critically discuss new trends in the digital transport industry, while DVLA repositions itself in preparedness as the regulator of the system.
The essence of the conference is to make sure we are anticipating what is coming and preparing for it. Again, we cannot be linear anymore. When you have cars that are flying, cars talk to the drivers now. You have too much alcohol, I'm not even starting. That's what the car is saying. You can't even move me, let alone drive. These are things that are happening. We need to make sure that we are also prepared for it.
Stakeholders working with the older persons are calling for the quick passage of the aged bill into law to ensure the effective protection of the rights of the aged. At a dialogue session in Accra as part of activities towards the World Aged Day, which falls on October 1, the group explained that passage of the bill into law would enhance adequate awareness creation for the overall well-being of the aged.
Figures from the Ghana Statistical Service indicate that the elderly population, or 60 years and above, has increased almost 10 times in the last 6 decades, from a little over 200,000 in 1960 to almost 2 million in 2021. The findings also show that 1 out of every 4 older persons is multidimensionally poor. Some challenges that confront the aged in Ghana include neglect, lack of specialized care, and health complications. The day's dialogue in Accra brought together pensioner associations in the Greater Accra region as part of activities towards the World Aged Day. The founder and CEO of Komi Relief Foundation, Dr. Edward Danso, organizers of the event, told GBC News that matters regarding the aged cannot be shifted to the back burner. He said the aged must be given due recognition, especially in the aspect of their health and well-being.
As he said in the Bible, a merry heart is like medicine, but a broken spirit causes sickness. So my advice for all elderly people is that it is not medications that heals or cure or soothe their pains, but a merry heart, a free spirit. Some of them are living in pain because of neglect of either their own children or family members or also civil society. So my message is that they should not expect those they invested in to come back to pay them. It may come from somewhere, as God will direct to come to them.
Dr. Anastasia Maudoku took the aged through some daily routines they can engage in to remain healthy and live longer. She noted the aged, aside normal daily activities, can also learn new skills in ICT to build their capacities.
I was taught that having a pension child or one child who will be at home, probably running a provision store or something, who is always around the parents, it's also the pride of a parent. Unfortunately, we don't realize it until we get there.
The focal person for aging at the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection, who is also the principal, School of Social Work, Osu, Mr. Felix Suga, was also on hand to share some tips on healthy living and government interventions on aging. The dialogue was on the theme, Actualizing Improved Healthcare and Well-being of the Aged in Ghana.
The UK government's Ocean Country Partnership Programme, OCPPP, is partnering the Ministry of Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation and the Ministry of Fisheries and Aquaculture Development to work towards sustainable ocean management and the development of the fisheries sector and marine security. At the inauguration of the partnership in Tema, the Deputy Minister for Fisheries and Aquaculture Development, Mr. Moses Enim, reiterated the government's commitment to the sustainable management of the marine environment.
Every year, an estimated 8 million tons of plastic waste end up in the world's ocean. This, coupled with climate change and overfishing, is threatening the stability of fish stocks. This is what necessitated the collaboration between the Ocean Country Partnership Programme, OCPP, and the Ministry of Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation and the Ministry of Fisheries and Aquaculture to seek financial support from Blue Plant Fund. The program seeks to support partner countries, including Ghana, with skills and expertise needed to tackle marine pollution, sustainable seafood and marine biodiversity. At the launch of the program in Tema, the Deputy Minister for Fisheries and Aquaculture Development, Mr. Moses Enim, intimated that despite the problems created by illegal fishing, the government is committed to the sustainable management of the marine resources.
We are therefore happy to continue to work with the UK government, and we hope that this support will come a long way, not only to support the soft part of it, but also the hard part of some of the interventions that we are looking at that will benefit a lot of Ghanaians, especially communities along the coast.
Development Director at the British Commission, Mr. Richard Sandal, was optimistic about the project.
Agents and experts from the UK, because this isn't just a traditional development program with a donor and a beneficiary. Actually, this is much more a modern, equal partnership where the expertise in Ghana is just as important as the expertise that we can bring from the UK, and working together what we can do for global public goods. So we're investing in a wide range of work: marine protected areas, fisheries management, tackling illegal fishing, which is why it's so nice to have this event on something like HMS Trent. It's a fantastic joining of objectives. And all of these investments will help ensure that we manage our marine resources more sustainably, mitigating the effects of climate change and supporting coastal communities. Ghana has actually really shown global leadership. That's another reason why we're here today and why we're in Ghana with this program. Is because
the clarion call by speakers was for stakeholders to place high premium fighting plastic pollution to ensure marine sustainability. The partnership seeks to mobilize informative actions to sustainably manage the ocean towards achieving the SDGs.
Women in Aviation International are offering varied hands-on aviation exposure to young girls. About 100 students from senior high schools were given free mentorship sessions from seasoned professionals within the aviation industry. Currently, only about 5 to 6% pilots of the world's largest airlines are women.
For decades, society has viewed aviation as a man's career, leading to a worrying trend of women's underrepresentation in the industry. However, like in many other occupations, women bring loads of value, including enhanced safety and innovation in aviation. As part of the Girls in Aviation Day program, an initiative of the Women in Aviation International Ghana chapter strategy to increase the number of women in underrepresented underrepresented jobs such as pilots, the group continues to coach young girls, students from Ola Girls, Tema and Lashibi Senior High Schools were mentored by air traffic controllers, ground marshals and engineers in the aviation industry. A teacher at Efia Kobi Ampim Senior High School in the Ashanti region, Mr. Ferdinand Sam, is in favor of empowering African girls to explore the world of aviation and aerospace. The managing director of the Ghana Civil Aviation Authority, GCAA, Madam Pamela Jamson Tete, said her outfit would soon begin career counseling in all SHS institutions. Africa is among the fastest growing aviation markets in the world, and the Deputy Minister of Transport, Alhassan Tampoli, is of the view that this will attract more stakeholders, airlines, investors and financiers.
As a government, it is one thing that will be very supportive of, to see Ghanaians taking the commanding heights of the industry in terms of production and all the necessary equipment that we need for the industry.
The president of Women in Aviation International, Ghana chapter, Juliet Oko, said opportunities are endless for women now and not limited as it once was.
We should make our youth ready to be able to take up from us. So basically that is why we are doing this, so that we pick up their interest. And then while they are in school, they can join clubs, whatever they want to do, but they should have at the back of their minds that in aviation too, they can have a career.
Some mentees are excited as dreams like this weren't available to women back in the day.
I am encouraged that no matter the choice I make in life, no matter where I find myself, I can still make my way into the aviation industry.
As we progress in life, we're able to channel our choices or our paths and come and join the aviation.
The young ladies also toured the control tower and airport terminals to witness how certain specialists carry out their tasks.
High Commissioner of Canada to Ghana, Martine Moreau, has revealed that Canada is planning to support women who choose TVET jobs traditionally dominated by men. She made this known at the first annual conference on innovation and entrepreneurship, E-Jobs for All Summit, held in Accra.
The Entrepreneurship Jobs for All annual summit brought together international speakers, policymakers, scholars, investors, CEOs and entrepreneurs to discuss and explore opportunities aimed at fostering entrepreneurship, address poverty and youth unemployment in Ghana by providing free entrepreneurship training, mentorship and investment opportunities to the Ghanaian youth. The scholars encourage the youth to develop innovative ideas and seek mentorship.
I think that the time has come for us to take seriously, not as an add-on in this nation, but as our core business, to get Ghanaians to be willing to work and to be entrepreneurial and to be supported to do so. And the first is the mindset change, not only of the government, but of the universities and the schools.
Canada's High Commissioner to Ghana, Her Excellency Martine Moreau, said Canada is planning to support women who choose TVET sectors that are traditionally dominated by men.
A truly remarkable feature of SMEs is their potential to empower our indigenous people, youth and women. Our government's policies, programs and industries associations create environments that open doors for members of these groups to become entrepreneurs and business owners, fostering economic empowerment and reducing gender and youth unemployment. Canada is particularly proud to support women who choose TVET sectors that are traditionally occupied by males and that have good income generation potential. Canada is also very active in supporting the SME sector in Ghana. Its interventions build on what we have learned from Canada's own experience, while also responding to Ghanaian SMEs' unique challenges as identified by multiple actors in this sector.
Entrepreneurship has been on the rise in Africa and all over the world. In Ghana, small enterprises account for about 92% of all business, and over 90% of business enterprises in the country are SMEs.
Behavioral change towards sanitation is still very poor in Ghana, and this is working against the country's ability to achieve Sustainable Development Goal 6, SDG 6. To make a headway, about 40 environmental health officers selected from the northern, northeast and savannah regions are currently receiving a hands-on training on effective environmental health prosecution in Tamale. Organizers by the Ministry of Sanitation and Water Resources, the two-day training seeks to equip the environmental health workers at the MMDAs with knowledge and skills needed to successfully prosecute sanitation cases in court.
For the private medical and dental practitioners meeting, the economic considerations for the use of private health facilities as training sites for health professionals and postgraduate physicians in collaboration with the postgraduate colleges and hospitals, ensuring quality and maintaining standards in the use of private health facilities as training sites for healthcare professionals, among others, were of priority. Speakers say it takes collaboration to ensure that private and public healthcare delivery is handled professionally for the good of the country. The national president of the Society of Private Medical and Dental Practitioners, Dr. Emmanuel Hariteria, says training and educating healthcare professionals is expensive and government needs the support to deliver quality service across the country. He says the private sector is key in this direction.
Whilst we in the private space engage in this noble attempt to train and educate our kinsmen and women, let us bear this issue, and especially the Carnegie system of ranking in mind. We could start with utilize to the fullest the concept and principles of public-private partnership to achieve the desired effect.
The rector at the Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons, Professor Richard Adamu, commended the private practitioners for their roles in primary healthcare delivery. He says one challenge faced by all private medical practitioners is the delicate balance between provision of service and profitability. He challenged both the private and the public health sectors to step up their effort to ensure their numbers increase at a rate that matches the country's population growth rate.
When we talk about the training of healthcare professionals by private health facilities, we need to all agree that the person who has been trained but not certified cannot be considered a professional. This means that the age-old practice of training a person on the job to provide a skill without a recognized certificate doesn't really count in this case. However, the production of certified health professionals alone will not answer the question. There's a need for more facilities and improved systems to prevent overcrowding, as well as the need for functional modern equipment and infrastructure to provide care.
The president of the Ghana Medical Association, Dr. Francis Rebo, called on the private facilities to invest in specialized training and areas to ensure their facilities augment that which exists in the public sector. The theme for the meeting is training of healthcare professionals in Ghana, the role of private health facilities.
42-year-old Yabwedu Samuel has been diagnosed with a knee condition. He is appealing to the general public to help him raise 50,000 Ghana cedis for a knee replacement surgery at the St. Joseph Hospital in the Eastern region.
Yabwedu Samuel, popularly known as Dada, is a barber married with 3 children. He recounts that in December 2022, during a heavy rainfall at his residence at Mamobi, he came out of his room to fetch some rainwater. After the gallon of water was filled up, Yao lifted it and immediately experienced some sharp pain in the leg. Since then, the pain keeps excruciating. He could neither move nor walk normal without a walking stick. Doctors at the St. Joseph Hospital in the Eastern Region, after conducting series of tests, have recommended a knee replacement surgery for Yao Boedu to walk normal. Yao is appealing to the general public to help him raise 50,000 Ghana cedis for the medical procedure.
Na eja mintumi nsan si me dadam na mintumi nsan to amedwuma so said ebe ya me so mitimi de ahwe me ma.
Donations to support Yao Boedu can be sent to MTN Momo number 0541 730 136 with account name Yao Boedu.
Following Friday's rains, farmers who rely on irrigation for farming at the Sakumo Ramsar site have lost all their farm produce. According to the farmers, heavy encroachment at the Ramsar site is to blame for the flooding. They are therefore calling on the Ministry of Food and Agriculture as part of the Planting for Food and Jobs to support them. Our correspondent Michael Dewonu visited parts of the flooded areas and has come through with this report.
By this time the rain come, one of the feeling the place starting for community 11, community 10, now come for the community 3 year. They feel all now when the water from the far place come, you know get place where you go. That's why we are farmers. The water they destroys. Not be anything because it's a feeling. That you know the feeling. You know the time we will plant the water no will come. But the feeling when this water comes, first I know they count like that. But the feeling not get place to go for the sea, even make then the water, but fruit come for the farm. The place we know for berry, the place we know for fury, and the place for the God make the place. My place, this my place to my water can make it stay before you go for the sea. And the people don't mind that you come and feel it. You want to build the house. Are you think when you build a house, you know, we dig the financing. When you dig the financing, you know, the water will come from out there. Because if with the June time, water come, you will go for the old houses. No yet place we will go. And the water where we go, it will go all the place will not mean that water will come. It will go there. Because no get chance to go for the sea. So I repeat, I not my lower, I repeat everybody for the community here and the Tamaye. So make it try the engineers make it aware. The place will not forbid, make it not allow the people to do the thing we not do. Me, I do the plan for full job, I'll do better. Sure. But the government will look me too. And not one that lost, then it will give me something. Then I happen, then I will continue to do my work. Last year not help me. This year for help me. I saw that to this year the year properly. It will help me. If it help me, Baba, it try. But what you do?
Into the farm and is destroying.
There's still more to come in this package. Do stay.
The Ultimate Energy Personality of the Year at the 7th edition of your prestigious Ghana Energy Awards. Under the theme, Ghana's Energy Transition Framework, Sector Institutions as Building Block for the 2030 to 2040 target. You can nominate yourself or an institution for categories such as CEO of the Year, Energy Investment Impact Award, Energy Signature Award, Rising Star, Energy Reporter of the Year, and many more. Nominations open until 29th September. Visit www.GhanaEnergyAwards.com. For enquiries inquiries and sponsorship, call 055-930-0631. Endorsement, validation, industry partners, media partners, GTV, Unique FM, Radio Ghana, Ghana Energy Awards, 7 years of redefining excellence.
I'm all right. We had this amazing show. It actually made us sneak out of Sunday school.
Yes, so mommy, you too.
Yes. It was a journey like no other, a tale of friendship, of bravery, of unimaginable excitement. It was Journey to the West.
Marriage of a gentleman and a lady. The perfect match.
Your Majesty, I beg you, allow me to...
Good afternoon. You're welcome to the business news with me, Esther Edu Ohumewu. In this latest swoop, the Ghana Revenue Authority made a beeline for VAT defaulters at Lashibi and Spintex in the Greater Accra region. The 11 culprits were apprehended for not issuing VAT invoices and not registered as VAT taxpayers despite their revenue thresholds. The team first stopped at Betche Enterprise at Lashibi, where the management was found to be engaged in a selective issuance of the VAT invoice. Next was Z Nails and Beauty Salon and Nas Wigs and Cosmetics at Spintex. They were registered as taxpayers but not issuing the invoice. New Palace was not registered with the GRA despite its revenue threshold. Still at Spintex, the team then went to Jolisa Co Enterprise, Celebrity Style and Paul Wright Shoes and Bags, and also Lady Doji Enterprise. These culprits were arrested for either not being registered with the GRA or being engaged in selective invoicing. Shangon Ghana, engaged in the sale and supply of water purifying equipment, was closed down as their sales books could not be traced. Zilla Homes was the last port of call and was registered with the GRA but not issuing the GRA VAT invoice. The area enforcement manager of the Accra division of the GRA, Mr. Joseph Annan, said the CID unit of the Ghana Police Service will take over to investigate the culprits.
What we have done today is a combination of test patches and then compliance checks. And once you fall foul of the law, obviously it comes with some punishment. Like I've always repeated, Section 58 of the VAT Act prescribes the options that are available to us by way of punishment. And that is where the preventive assessment comes in, so that it will form a basis for any future punishment, which will be multiples of the plaintiff that we assess. And beyond that, we are inviting them to the office, and when they come to the office, the CID will take over.
He indicated that this task force will be paying surprise visits to companies till the right thing is done. The Youth Employment Authority and the Ministry for Sanitation and Water Resources are collaborating to ensure that over 900 unemployed graduates are employed. The employment module would cater for graduates from the School of Hygiene who are awaiting job opportunities. The graduates, who are made up of trainee environmental health officers and assistants, are to be engaged under the Sanitation and Coastal Assistance module through a collaborative arrangement between the Ministry and the YEA until they are ready for posting. The Minister for Sanitation and Water Resources, Dr. Frida Prempeh, said the trainees, who are to be engaged as sanitation guards, would help in the enforcement of sanitation bylaws while providing an opportunity to clear the backlog of environmental health graduates waiting for posting. The minister also called for closer collaboration amongst ministries and other policy implementation agencies within the sector to confront the challenges of sanitation. The Chief Executive Officer of the Youth Employment Authority noted that job creation is a core objective of his outfit, and as a result, the Youth Employment Authority welcomes the proposal to absorb the trainee environmental health officers under the sanitation module. According to him, the module, which has existed since 2006, is currently engaging over 45,000 young people across the country. He, however, indicated that the sanitation module will also undergo review and called for the ministry's input for greater efficiency in service delivery. The Youth in Sanitation and Coastal Assistance module is designed to create employment opportunities for the youth through maintenance of the environment. Rural and community banks are demanding at least a 10% incorporate tax. From a moderate of 8%, government in 2021 increased the rate to 25%, an increase that this category of banks say is affecting their bottom line.
It used to be 8%, but government jacked it up from 8% straight to 25%. We think that government can bring it back to maybe 10 or 15% maximum. And that will help the rural banks also undertake what they are committed to doing efficiently. I really hope that government will listen to the rural banks. You know, government policy is more on financial inclusion, ensuring that the unbanked are also brought into inclusion into the banking area. And obviously, rural banks are banks which operate in the rural areas, the most difficult areas, and I think it is just in line, it is just proper that they would be supported in terms of tax rebate.
Let's go to the Forex and Commodity Board's one update.
100 people are dead and many more than 150 injured after a fire ripped through a wedding ceremony in northern Iraq. Iraq's health ministry says many of the injured are in critical conditions and the critically injured are being taken to hospitals that specialize in burns. The fire is reported to have started on Tuesday night. Iraq's civil defense says initial reports indicate fireworks used during the celebration may have been the cause of the fire. Highly flammable building materials used in the banquet hall also caused the fire to quickly spread. The United States is pausing certain foreign assistance programs to the government of Gabon following last month's coup. In a statement by Secretary of State Antony Blinken, the U.S. will nevertheless continue operational activities in the country. Army officers in Gabon seized power on August 30, annulling an election minutes after an announcement that President Ali Bongo had won, which they said was not credible. Bongo had been in power since 2009. The new military government has promised to oversee free and fair elections, but has not given a precise timetable for the organizing team. The Bongo family's dynastic rule in the Central African oil producer had created widespread discontent, with critics saying the Bongos did little to share Gabon's wealth with its 2.3 million people. The coup was greeted with scenes of jubilation in the capital, Libreville, and the military government moved quickly to consolidate power, swearing in General Brice Oligui Nguema, head of an elite squad and cousin to Bongo, an interim president. Time to talk sports. The senior national women's football team, the Black Queens, beat their counterparts from Rwanda by 5-0. The encounter was the second leg fixture of the 2024 Women's African Cup of Nations, WAFCON, at the Accra Sports Stadium.
Stella to Alice Kusi. A strike! One! An incredible goal! An impeccable one! That half volley of a pass from Alice Kusi to find Presla Dupia, who manages to send across. And that is the second. This is another beautiful goal. Looking pass to find Asantua Grace. Evelyn Bedu. Evelyn still with the ball. It's well placed. And how about this? For the third goal for Ghana. And Coach Nora Hopto. How about this for another wonderful build-up? A layup pass to Evelyn Bedu. And this will make it the fourth. Just when I was starting on their build-up. And Ghana looking for their fate before proceeding to Stella Nyamencha. And this is a goal. The young, sensational 0 aggregate victory over Rwanda.
In Spain, Barcelona twice fought back to secure a 2-2 draw with Mallorca in their matchday 7 fixture of the La Liga to maintain their unbeaten start to the season. Manchester United began their Carabao Cup defence with a 3-0 victory over Crystal Palace at home to reach the 4th round. Here are highlights of the game. Munich has advanced to the 2nd round of the DFB Pokal. They defeated 3rd division side by 4-0. Here are highlights.
Entertainment News. My name is Hagar Owusu. The auditorium of the Apostolic Faith Ghana in Accra was brought to life with music lovers on their feet dancing to good music. The concert, dubbed God's Marvelous Works, featured performances from local and international artists.
And so the ethereal vaults resound.
The musical concert saw performances from the church's choir and orchestra, including those from Togo, Benin, and Nigeria. The event is part of the church's annual 2-week camp meeting. Patrons were treated to classic renditions of music that were uplifting to the soul. The General Overseer of the Apostolic Faith Ghana, Reverend John Bequin, said music is an integral part of the church's programs, as it is one of the ways to strengthen the faith of Christians. The National Music Director, William Addy, spoke to GBC News. The 2020 running mate of the NDC, Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman, said music responds to the varied needs of man and expressed appreciation to organizers for putting together the program. Director of Service Lands Commission, Nabukari Abdullahi Tibun Lana, said the oneness exhibited by choirs and orchestra in delivering melodious tunes must be exemplary to politicians to engender peaceful coexistence.
Let's do some tidbits from the world of art and entertainment. Rap doctor Kyerematen says fixing the nation starts with self-improvement rather than solely relying on politicians for national development. Responding to a question about who do you believe will fix the country, Kyerematen stated, no single individual, no matter how capable, can single-handedly fix all of the country's challenges. According to him, the collective impact would improve the nation if each citizen takes responsibility for improving their health, nurturing positive attitudes, strengthening their families, and excelling in their professions.
Plenty boy, them give me stories. They would ask me why I they worry.
Ghana's rising star Black Sherif confirmed as one of the headline acts for the maiden edition of Affirmation Nigeria concert scheduled for December this year. It's the first time the festival will be held in Nigeria following 2 successful editions in Ghana.
We don't need man to be, we don't need man to believe.
That's all in this packet. Thanks so much for your time. Do well to go to our Facebook page to like and share our news content. My name is Micheline Taka. Good afternoon.